Hello, hello, hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another Scrapbook Sunday. Welcome if you're joining me today. I've just come back from the most fabulous holiday. I'm very blessed. I went away with our family for the Easter break. So here in the UK, the kids get 2 weeks off for Easter, and we took them away to a lovely trip over to California. And it was amazing. It was a bit of a road trip. We did lots of different places. And I have got so many photographs to scrapbook. I just thought I'd start off with a fun one today. A really simple layout just to get the creative juices going. So I've also got some new goodies from Stampin' Up that are coming in the brand new annual catalogue that is out on the 1st of May. And these are ephemera packs, and we've been waiting for this kind of thing for a while, so I'm hoping to use some of these in my scrapbook layout today because I think they're going to be perfect for our scrapbooking. And you get so many, so there's 4 different types of the ephemera packs. This one is called Something for Everything, and it tells you the colours, the Stampin' Up colours that are used in the packs as well, which is great because you can mix and match it with your designer series papers, your pattern papers and your cardstocks and things. So this one, as it says, everyday items, and there are lots. There's 2 sheets of each and they're die cuts. Loads of different, I mean, so many different designs. You're bound to find things that you want to use. So many. This one is called Saying Something, and I've taken a few out of some of these because I made myself up a little travel journal pack to go away with when I went on holiday, so I took some of them away with me. But yeah, so that's why I've gone into this. But they've got loads of phrases like today and good luck and celebrate and congrats, and so you can use them for cards and scrapbooks. This one is really cute. I haven't opened this one. It's called, oh hang on, that's the same one. I bought 2 of these. Haven't opened this one yet. So you've obviously got some phrases on here as well. Lots of different ones. This would be good, wouldn't it? Better days ahead. Consider yourself hugged. Shine on. So I think these are quite versatile. And then you've got little labels. These are really good as well. So these are great for journaling. Little speech bubbles. Loads of different die cuts in all those lovely designs. All so fabulous. And I thought I'd try and incorporate some of them. We've got the floral one. This is called Fully Flowering Ephemera Pack. All these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. Now, when we were at Stampin' Up convention last month, we got to play with all of these to make cards with. So I've shared a couple of those over on my Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to have a look at what I made with those, yeah, you can see how you can make cards with them. Oh, I've lost one, look. There we go. Pop it in. I think I'll put them in a little plastic envelope once they're properly opened. So I thought, you know, we're coming to the end of a catalogue. I don't know about you, I have lots and lots of papers to be using up to make room for some new ones that I know are gorgeous and are coming out and I will want to get. So I've been chopping. Now, I haven't got much of this one. I did make a layout recently using it, which is on my Instagram as well, with our lovely dog in this layout. This one is called the Lay Shops Designer Series Papers. It looks all shopping themed, like this, with all the different gorgeous shops on. I have made a mini book with the shops, but generally I'm more about these sides. These sides are gorgeous, and that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using up some of these scraps. I've also taken a little bit of a sheet of paper from one of our other designer series paper packs called Eclectic Mix. Both of these paper packs are retiring and are in the last chance sale, so have a look at my shop, which is here if you want to see it, and you can see where those papers are. So I've already done a little bit of this layout. I've got a couple of pieces of paper. Let me grab what I've got. I didn't want to be scrapbooking for hours on end, so I kind of prepped a little bit. I picked out 2 full sheets that I had left. Pretty much the only 2, there might be 1 more full sheet that I have left in this pack, the blue one. So the Lay Shops. Okay, and I'm going to be popping that on there like that. And then I've decided I'm going to use some of the other scraps to do banners on the background before I put my photographs on. Now, I thought I'd make a sunny kind of summer day layout using all these lovely colours. So I wanted to point in our trip where it was lots of fresh sunshine, and we've got loads of sunny weather. We were very blessed, except for when we were in Yosemite, we got snowed in. We had over a foot of snow. We had to stay for an extra day because the road was closed to us. So I picked the first day when we were able to get down from Yosemite National Park, and we arrived in Monterey, and we were so thankful to be on our way on the next leg of our journey and out of the mountains and into the sunshine, although Yosemite is one of my favourite places on earth. But this is just when we'd literally just arrived. We dropped our bags off at the hotel. We had driven quite a long way, a little bit tired, and we were very happy to be on Monterey Bay. And I remember this fish hopper restaurant from when we went sort of about 30 years ago. We didn't go in it this time, but it's kind of a landmark there. And we were looking at the bay, and I just wanted it in the background there too. So that's why I picked those photos. And that's what I'm going to put on, just 2 3x4. And I've printed those off on my little selfie printer, which I keep here, and I can print off just the photos I need. So that's what I've done with that. So I thought what I would do first is I'm going to trim this piece of paper down a little bit. So let me grab my trusty trimmer. I think I'm going to take it down 1 inch off either side to give it a bit of a border. So let's open up the arm. I'm going to take it to 11 inches. I'll take 1 inch off one side, and I'll keep these strips because they're super useful for scrapbooking. They're the right length. And then another side there, and that will make it square, like so. So I've got that. And then what I wanted to do was use this bluey one as my background. This grid paper is a bit busy. Don't ask me why I've got Christmas grid paper on here today. There is no reason. Now, what I could do now, if I wanted to save paper, is I could easily gut this. Now, if you don't know what gutting is, it means if you're layering a couple of pieces of paper or card together and you're not going to see the middle part, you take the middle part out and use it for something else. But I don't have any cardstock behind this layout, and I want some stability, so I think I'm going to leave it there. And I have got lots of paper to use up, so I think that's just as well. I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to pop it on. As I say, a quick and simple layout. I haven't done any scrapbooking because I've been away on my holidays. I have made a few cards since I've been back. I've made some 3D objects and things I have been creating. I run a lovely team in my Stampin' Up business. And I've got a 2-day event coming up next weekend. So I've been creating lots of projects and cards and things for that. So this is my first chance to have a proper scrapbooking session. I'm starting a scrapbook class as well next week, which I'm very excited about because it is there. That's going to take away some of that busyness. It is, let me take that out. Scrapbooking is my first love. Always was. Paper, I love making cards, do not get me wrong. But my heart is with scrapbooking. And you know what? I've been making cards for so many years. How many cards? I mean, I'm still going to make lots, but you know, how many cards can you make? Okay, so I have got my kind of a neutral on a busy, so that they don't clash too much, but they, you know, they kind of go together. And then I thought I'm going to put some banners down here and just make my photographs over the top. So I'm not very good at cutting these banners. Lots of people are a whiz at cutting them. So I cut one, I cut 2 ready, and then I'll show you how I did it with my next one. So I'll show you, and I'll work out exactly what I want them to look like. So I've got various lengths of paper, And these are just the pieces that I had left. Like I had some 6x12 pieces and things like that. And I have just cut them up. So this one, if you really want to know the measurements, was 4x8. And all I did then was take my snips and make the banner. And this one was 6x9, something like that. And yeah, this was 6 because I kept it at the length, the width I'd had it. And it was about 9, and I just made a little banner out of it. Now I did want to incorporate this piece, which is the same as the background paper. I've got some more, but I wanted to use this scrap up, so I thought I'd show you a trick to do that. I'm just deciding how my pieces are going to fit and what I'm going to do with them. But that really depends on my photos. So the other piece that I have before I cut this banner is this piece. This kind of grey piece, all from the same pack. This looks like a baker's shop or an ice cream or treats or something. And I'm going to put, it's another scrap, but I did cut it down a little bit to fit, and I think I'm going to cut it some more. I'm going to have these photographs on the angle. So these are 3x4 photos. I've matted them with a tiny border on a little bit of basic white cardstock just to make it pop. I often do matte my photos. It just gives it a little bit of distinction. So let's have a look. I like to do things by eye when I scrapbook. When I card make, I measure. When I scrapbook, I do it by eye generally. So, but I will tell you the measurements if it helps your brain. So this piece of paper for my 3x4 matted photos is 5 inches, and it's currently 8, but I think I'm going to take an inch off and then see where we're at. So take it down to 7. I still think I want a bit more off actually, but I take off another 1/4 of an inch, we'll have 6 3/4 inches. Doesn't really make a lot of difference, but just enough. So that's that. So that ended up being 5 by 6 3/4 rectangle. Okay, and this is going to go over the top of my banners, and it's fairly neutral, so it's not competing with the photos. And I want to, so we were all looking at the bay. There's some of my family here, my kids, my son-in-law to be, my daughter. I don't know where my husband is. He's about there. He's probably behind me. And here is me. And we both got this fish hopper restaurant here. So I think I'm just going to move this out of the way. And I'm just going to decide how this goes. I don't want to cover my son up at all. I think this is better for what I'm looking at. Oh, it was so nice to be there. So I'm going to pop a little bit of adhesive on. I like this temporary adhesive for scrapbooking that I can come back to and move things around. And then I will go in with my more permanent adhesive afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that, I think. Have one straight and one on the angle. Like that. And the reason I use the temporary adhesive more when I'm scrapbooking is because I do tend to change my mind. I'm going to put it like that. I'm going to change my mind a fair bit about what I'm doing. And it just gives you that license to move things around, I think. So, okay, let's move that one. See, here I go, doing it already. I'm a bit of a fiddler when my photos are concerned. Okay, so this is where we decide what we're going to do next. So I've got this one. I think I'm going to put it at the top here. I might change this a little bit. I've got this one. It's going to go over here. And then I'm going to pop this one in. And see, it's not long enough. I'm going to show you a trick. So I need a piece about this big because I want it to tuck underneath. So I'm just going to cut a chunk off the end. Like that. Let's hope this works now. Like that. And I might tuck it. I might have that one under there, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Like that. And then this one, you see, can then come in. And it looks like you've got a much longer banner than you actually have once I've made it. Anyway, let's make the banner and then we can decide what we're doing with it. So to make a banner, I find it's very useful to find the middle. So I kind of fold it a little bit and I'm going to pinch it at the bottom. I'm not worried about the little crease I'm going to make because I'm going to cut it away. So I now know where exactly the middle is. I'm going to do a little snip. I'm not very good at this. You see people do this and they do it in a flash. I have done this a long time and I've never been very good at it. So then you go one point up to the middle. And then, so if any of you have got any tips for me, banners, gratefully received. Okay. And also my banners never look the same. So that one needs to come up a bit. It's not actually a banner. It's just like a thing. There we go. That's a bit better. So let's move that. And I can decide where I want it. I'm all fingers and thumbs today. Do you get days like that? So what I can do now is do my placement. Decide how it's going to go. That. But that's a bit weird now because this is kind of like attaching to that, isn't it? I don't want the shop side. Let's go back to my original idea. In like that. It's not quite so obvious. Oh, that one needs to tuck. That's why. I was like, why is that weird? Yes. Right, I'm going to bring it all over a bit. Like that. So I've got a general idea of my banner shapes and what I've got going on. Let's bring it in a bit more. Bring that one, ooh, bring that one over there. Like that. I could almost bring it all down a bit. But then I'd have that odd little shelf. So, thinking about my title. So that's good. I'm liking that as it is. Have that there like that. And then I'm going to bring in the ephemera and we're going to decide what we're going to do with the ephemera. So I've got florals. I've also got these everyday ones. So I think we'll have a look because I've got this little... And I've never really liked theming my scrapbook page. I've always felt they look really odd and contrived, you know? It's like almost like that photo reel papers that you can get. I never know what to do with them. Anyway, so, but there's a little boat. Let's have a look. But I don't know if I use it because, you know, let's have a look. I might well use it, but what I'm saying is not necessarily on this layout. But there, how cute that is. I really like that. So yeah, I'm thinking about popping my title here. We've got a sunshine. Which looks super cute up there. We've got a hot air balloon. I'm not sure about it. It's really pretty, but I don't know. Maybe there. Maybe it's better than the boat. Your ephemera, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have to tie in with the theme, is what I'm trying to say. It's just got to complement it in colours and design. So we've got all of these, we've got birds, we've got these. That would be great. It's another little banner, isn't it? It's just not quite the colour I was wanting. I could use the colour because I have the ink. Right, let's take these out. It's a nice little heart. There's an anchor, which might go really well. And there. We have fish. I'm not sure about those. There's a green fish. There's like an orangey fish. Let's put those there, and we'll have a look at the rest of what we've got. So many suns. So more hearts, banners, balloons, rainbows, butterflies, cake, feathers, all sorts of things. We've even got cactuses and lemons and coffee cups. How cool are they? Look at these. These are brilliant. The suitcases would be great. Oh, goodness me. So that was a story in itself. So going on a road trip holiday like we just did, and we're all kind of adults, so we all need a suitcase each because there's, you know, so much stuff. Honestly, we were going to extremes of temperature. So it snowed like crazy when we were in Yosemite, and I think our minus was minus 12 degrees. The last leg of our journey, we ended up in Vegas for a few days in the sun, and that was 30. So you can imagine what different clothing we had to take to cope with it. And I overpacked. Now, I'm normally pretty good, but this time, no chance. I was not pretty good. I took way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. And we ended up, I mean, I knew as soon as we arrived, we had a suitcase each. So my daughter and my son-in-law-to-be, they came kind of separately with us. You know, they met us at the airport kind of thing. They had their suitcases. And then the four of us, we had a suitcase each. And I knew straight away that I could hardly close these suitcases when we'd arrived, or even when I packed at home, hardly close them. And I knew this was bad. So honestly, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so we ended up with a suitcase each. So 6 of us, that's 6 suitcases. And then we had to get another suitcase. We really didn't have any choice. So we had 7 suitcases, plus all of the rucksacks and handbags and all of camera bags and all of those kind of things. I took my big camera to play with. Yeah, it was crazy. So it was fun though. It was no bother, really. Yeah, that's the suitcases. There's a lot of photos of us. And of course, when you're traveling around, so we started off at the airport the night before we flew. So that's one hotel. And then we ended up in San Francisco for a few nights, and that's another hotel. And then we had 2 places to stay in Yosemite. So that's another 2 places to stay. And then we stayed in Santa Cruz, and we stayed in Monterey, and then we stayed in Vegas. There's a lot of photos of us carting luggage about. Great fun. So many good memories. I'm absolutely blessed to have had such a lovely time. Right, let me see if I can recreate, because I did tuck this under, didn't I? Oh, it was so good. I can't believe I've been back. How long have I been back? I've been back like a week. tomorrow. I think we flew back. So I'm obviously not, this is not a live video, so it's recorded in advance. So when I'm recording this, I would have been back. I would have been flying back a week tomorrow. Had the most amazing thing happen on the journey out. On the journey out, I got upgraded on the flight. How nice is that? It was just amazing. Amazing. That's never happened to me before. So lovely. Right. Okay, so I don't need this bit up here. I could bring it up, but should I bring it up? It would have to fit exactly in there. So we are starting to travel a bit more than we used to, obviously, when the children were small. And that makes sense, you know. Yeah. So loads more opportunity for scrapbooking. I think I'm going to stick this down. So I absolutely love the Stampin' Up papers. The quality is incredible. Absolutely amazing. And all the ones I am using today are available for you to purchase in my online shop. And these are in the last chance sale, so grab them before they're gone, because that's the only thing, is that to make room for new goodies, sometimes we lose these things along the way. So before I stick any bits and pieces on my layout, I'm going to think about a title. Now, I've wanted to play with the ephemera. Normally, I die cut most of my titles, because then I've got some lovely alphabet stamp set dies. I can put whatever I like. I'm not constricted to words, but this is fun. So let's have a look. These are lovely. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bag to put these in. I've got a couple of little cello bags that will be perfect. So ahoy, ahoy. But we're not going off on a ship. Beautiful. We've got friends, love you. Happy would be nice, but it's quite green. And I haven't popped any green in there. Maybe I should have looked at this before I did it. Hip, hip, hooray, good luck. Oh, today would be nice. Happy. Yeah, they're the same. Wishes, celebrate. Right. Oops. Now, the today one is just in white. So let's have a look. Yeah, that would be nice there, wouldn't it? I was thinking that maybe I could colour it. I think that might be quite a nice option. You could definitely colour these white ones in, but I think I like the white. I'm not really covering anything up that I don't need to worry about, that I need to worry about. So I'm going to go with that. I like the ship. I really like this sun. I'm going to try and get it in there somewhere. Like have a little group of embellishments in there. Yeah, that's good. And I did like this. I think I'm going to pop it here. It echoes the banners, or because I don't really need a title, I could pop it up here. I was thinking about popping my title here, but I don't really need it. That's just as well. Yeah. Thinking about this here, maybe I would have rethought that and done a different banner with my background paper, but I'm going with it. It's all good. So all I need now is to journal the wheres and why-fors of this scrapbook page. Now I've got all of these labels, and these have got some nice colours in. These are great journaling spots. Look at these. So as I say, these ephemera packs, which are brilliant, these will be available on May the 1st. I am thinking about this one. Oops, come out. Won't come out. This one, we could have the date on. Put the date in there, something like that. This one has holes. I like this. It's got the sunshine and it's very similar colour. It might be exactly the same colour as this. That's the great thing about the Stampin' Up stuff, is that it all matches and you can tone it in. You don't have to match anything. How good is that? So many labels to choose from though. That's the hard part. This is cool. It's got little holes in it. I'm wondering if, because this is going to echo the sun. If I pop it in somewhere. Do you fiddle faddle with your scrapbook pages? I do. Quite like that up there actually. I think I'm going to leave that up there and just do a little bit of writing on it. Possibly. Normally I have a big bit of writing, but I think that's enough. I really do. Let's see, what else have we got? Still got these suitcases. Don't think we need them. They're kind of, they're not quite in keeping for this one. I do like the pink camera. I'm not sure if that wants to go on there either. So yeah, we had an amazing time. I'm super grateful that we got a chance to go and that our older children wanted to come, you know. There comes a point, doesn't there, when your children don't want to go on holiday with you anymore, and that's quite normal. So I'm very grateful that we get to make these memories. I'm just thinking little stars would be nice. Okay, I might stop here. Just glue these pieces down. I'm not sure about this boat. What do you think? I need something on this side. I mean, we weren't sailing. But that doesn't matter. It's just it's by the sea. So I think I'm going to leave the boat off for now, and I'm going to go ahead and stick the other pieces down. I'm going to use my repositionable glue again, and then make sure I'm completely happy. Come back and stick it all down with my really solid glue. I'll probably use my Tombow or something like that. Right. Going to cover up that design. I don't want to see that, but I do want this bit. I'm going to pop the little camera in. And I like to journal on my photographs. It's super important because, you know, that's the whole point, isn't it, of scrapbooking, is to preserve memories. And it's like anything, if you take a photograph and you haven't written on there who people are, well, it's fairly useless. But and over the years, you know, you want to hand these books down generations and for people to know. But it's not always necessary to write a whole story on every scrapbook page if it's part of a story album. So this one will be part of the whole album for this trip, and a lot of the story will be told on other pages too. So don't always feel you have to tell the whole story and write reams and reams, because you don't. Right, I am going to get my, I don't know what glue to use for that, because I don't want it to slide about. I might just put a couple of little dots of my repositionable glue on there and see how it fares. Today I could put it over a bit and then it's a bit more noticeable. I was thinking of it when I was sticking it down, but no, it doesn't make a difference. It pops over the edge anyway. There we go. Today, stick down. Today, so there we go. There's today's Scrapbook Sunday layout using the Lay Shop Designer Series papers. A little one here from the Very Eclectic Designer Series papers. I have used mostly, though, the new ephemera packs that are coming out with a new catalogue. I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might enjoy join me again next Sunday for Scrapbook Sunday and see what I come up with. I'll be back on Tuesday for coffee and cards, so I'll be making some cards then. And yeah, if you like any of the products you see that I use in all my videos, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. It is my business, so yeah, pop over to my shop and have a look. Or did I have my barcode now? I thought this was super useful. I'm sending out my new catalogues. So if you live in Europe and you'd like one, please let me know. I'm more than happy to send one to you in the post. And I am sticking my, so people can go shopping, my QR code on them. So I thought, well, I might as well have that there so you can see too. Let me know if it works, because it's a technical thing. And it's a challenge. Anyway, okay, I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.